Alrighty, so as the day begins, I am beginning to disassemble the front end of the truck, get it ready to accept the engine. I have to take the basically down to the core support and also rip out the old blower intake since we're switching to mass air. While I'm doing this, Forrest is working on getting the broken bolts out of the engine block where I failed. He has a lot better selection of tools. And we really came in swinging. We were a whole service shop out here in my parking lot. So I'm going to just strip this down and get it to a point where the motor is ready to go in, and then we will catch back up.
That bolt was so rotted, it's just disintegrating.
Well, good, I guess. I'm really glad I only put these on hand tight.
Oh, yeah. Now would be about the perfect time for that oxyacetylene torch.
Sorry, I don't feel safe. I can give you a propane torch.
Oh!
I have fire.
Yeah.
Just not extreme fire.
Mild fire is okay for what we're doing here.
Alright, we're going to make an attempt to get this bolt out. He-Man it, Forrest. I may have already stripped it a bunch with the vice grips.
Yeah. Let's sneak it right in the bottom there. Yeah, she did round it off. That's... Nope.
Oh.
No!
That's not coming out, is it? Oh no. Oh god.
No!
Why don't you go film that? Oh, did you catch that? Did you get to the whole thing?
Not the whole thing, but most.
Oh no, it broke in multiple pieces.
Is that good or bad?
That's good. As long as one of those pieces isn't... Oh no, one of those pieces is stuck.
I think I have an extractor.
This is harder than the extractor itself. No!
God.
Oh, it broke in like 9 pieces.
And we're down a compressor.
Oh, shit.
Harbor Freight's open today. Well, the threads are being repaired. It's not ideal, but it should hold a bolt and keep the exhaust gases where they're supposed to be. So we, just for reference, we've been working at this for like three
3.5 hours. We started at 6 and it's just after noon now. We weren't doing this whole time, but most of it. So that if that shows the level we're at, yes, this is quote unquote going well. So the mount for the lower air box is not the same speed density to mass, apparently. So instead of waiting to get the right thing, I'm going to just put a little nut on as a spacer to hold this thing off to the side and install this entirely the wrong way. And by the time I get the actual part, this will forever be a part of the truck now. Honestly, that's not going anywhere. I might even go with something about that. Yeah, Forrest. Only minimal movement. Oh yeah. I always like the design of the mass air boxes anyway, over the speed density. I'm going to start pulling the wiring over here and the computer.
Okay. Those tap and die were perfect.
Oh, awesome. And they were really cheap at Tractor Supply.
They cut better than my Harbor Freight ones.
Awesome. Good to know.
Then for these front 2 manifold bolts, since they are a bit oversized, I'd recommend when we put it on for good, do a tiny stripe of blue thread lock.
Okay. I think I have some.
If not, I got some around here, so.
Okay. So, am I pulling all of this wiring, or I'm just pulling the computer?
So
I'm just pulling the computer, right?
pulling the computer and lifting that wiring up,
Okay.
because I have to cut into it.
Okay, so I put in the airbox prematurely.
Yeah, basically from the computer up here to there.
Okay. The heart of the truck being taken out served me well at 11 miles per gallon this entire time.
I think you will be pleasantly surprised.
Why do people bitch that these are such a pain to take out?
I do not know. I pulled mine in about 5 minutes the first time, even with the engine in.
They give you ample room, and I'm surprised I'm saying that because it's a Ford, but I just see no issues yet. Yeah, they give you just enough room to get a ratchet with a short socket on it. Okay, I can see getting the tool out being a bitch. Okay, I'm starting to get it now. This bottom bolt's really rusty.
Okay, I'm starting to get it now.
Actually, I bet you I can get a wrench on that from the side and it'd be easier. Do I have to unplug the connector into the firewall?
No, all that is the same.
Okay.
Basically, it's just from the computer to the multiple junction up there. I did confirm it will throw transmission codes because the 4R70 is not plugged in,
Yeah.
but it will not throw a check engine light for you.
Awesome. All the homies hate check engine lights.
Oh god.
Alright, I retract my statement. This is a bitch.
How is it a little tight?
It's rusty.
Yeah.
And I just can't turn the bolt by hand.
Don't drop the wrench.
Don't drop the wrench. Clang. almost comedic timing.
So you now have 2 perfectly cut bolt holes.
Okay.
I'm cleaning up the bolts to go in them here.
I'm not sure it's coming out. I think it's just caught on the last thread.
There is a stud in there that can spin.
Oh, that would probably explain it.
You don't want to know what you have to do to get at that stud.
What do you have to do?
Dashboard, parking brake, dash beam out.
Yeah.
There are other ways. But fender liner has to come out for those other ways.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just spinning.
Yeah.
Okay, fender liner's coming out. Yippee! I'm gonna start drinking soon. As soon as I finish my coffee.
Yeah. Right on from the coffee to the alcohol.
So, whatever your heart desires, just don't get heat stroke.
What time is it? My
Um,
friend's like rolling. I want to check.
it is 9:15. Time to drink.
9:15 a.m., buddy.
I believe drinking doesn't usually start till about 10. What do you say?
As soon as I'm done with my coffee.
Okay.
Alright, so I got the inner wheel well out. I ended up having to cut one of the bolts there, and I got the ECM out, but I had to end up cutting the bottom bolt because it was just spinning. But I didn't mess up the cover too bad. It just a little bit of a nicking. I'm sure I can find another one at a junkyard. Not that I care. So now I'm taking my seam ripper and we're going to split this harness all the way open so Forrest can rewire it for math. It's gonna be running several wires for the injectors as well as adding a intake temperature sensor and a mass airflow sensor. Oh, all of this is in good shape. So I'm just gonna go through here, cut out all of the tape, and open it up for him to do his modifications. All right, we're down to the last 2 bolts. The other 2 he got out in as many pieces as possible. I believe I lost the thread. There was like 2 segments of thread. I should have gotten a photo of it. So we have 1 more left to drill, and he's tapping this one out now, and then I will start cleaning up. Oh, he found it. Yeah, that's the general shape the bolts have been coming out in. So slow progress here, but got a tarp up. I am getting the truck pretty much 100% ready for the motor to go in. I have the harness all cut open. Very pretty colors. And yeah, we are just pecking along, and as soon as he's done there, I will get the intake and stuff put on, it attached to the transmission while he's doing the wiring. And yeah, we'll get back to you when he's done getting these bolts out. I am cleaning up all of the hardware for the lower intake, and otherwise, I'm just ready to spring into action as soon as he's done here. Okay, so with the approaching thunder, Forrest is tightening down this random bolt I happened to find in my storage unit that was perfect for what we needed. He tapped it all the way through. So, and note how the proximity to that water or that other bolt. Insane how close they are. Forrest is gonna torque it down now. And then we're gonna pray we don't get too much rain and our stuff stays dry. Other than that, we are pretty much ready to slap this thing in. We have cleaned all the threads on the back of the crank and ready to install a flywheel. I think that's next. Then we can drag that heavy ass transmission over here, slap it on, if I can find the bolts, and yeah, we will do this rain or shine. All right, the storm has begun. And we need to secure our fort. I'm gonna put tension on this other side of that here.
It's choking me.
Here, let me tighten up. Alright, we have our little camping tavern in here, in which we're still gonna install this goddamn transmission.
Do we have the bolts for it?
Yes, we do. They're over there.
Okay.
Let me go grab them.
And the flywheel.
Flywheel's right there behind you.
The bolts.
Oh, they're in one of these cups. Well, it is absolutely pouring now. Let's install a flywheel. Alright. No, this one's good. Put it back. There's the box.
Okay. I know Ford did it with their V6s. I had bad thoughts. This is getting a little excessive.
I've done the one.
Oh. And do we have the 12 points?
I have one at my storage unit. I know that. Let me run through my storage here.
At least getting started.
They all go in. That's important.
Okay. Hey, what about the motor plate? And I don't want to alarm you, but when that fell off, it sliced the top of my finger off. I'm not. So if we have some electrical tape, I'll be all good. Sorry, I'm
Forrest,
creating problems here.
you need to go to the doctor.
No.
Alright.
Oh, here's the electrical tape. We're good.
Alright. He has his tape. We're fine. Nobody's gonna die. Nobody's losing any more digits. Alright. love being a mechanic at home. Installing these bolts that are currently laying in a river of water. The bolt's just leaking oil down. Well, we get this, and I had a massive drain just go down my ass crack. This is lovely. Alright. Motor plate is going on. Okay. This is lovely conditions, isn't it, Forrest?
Oh yeah. This ain't shit.
Weren't we installing a transmission in the pouring rain at one point?
I believe we were.
I think it was a Dodge Dakota. Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, that was the night I whacked my head, wasn't it?
You whacked your head today.
Oh.
As it proceeds to rain hard. Ow. I realize I have to go back out to my storage unit to get another socket because I forgot it. So this will be trip number 3. We're making progress.
Yep.
Heart attacks aside. I am still optimistic that we will get this into the truck today. The rain could stop though. I'm over that. This is rather miserable. And we're on a hill, so it doesn't matter that our heads are covered. There's a river going underneath us.
All right. So he's gonna torque them with his fancy ass torque wrench, and I'm gonna hold this.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for one more pass just to make sure they're all. I resisted buying one of those for so long. And it cost entirely too much money.
Alright, getting the clutch torque down now, and then we're gonna slide the transmission on. It looks like it's gonna hold. Alrighty, we are gonna check to see if the starter actually engages properly because we weren't quite sure about how we had it mounted. So, Forrest, hit it.
Not a good ground.
Ground popped.
Okay.
Attempt number 2, hit it. Awesome.
Perfect. One more time. Perfect.
Alrighty, so now we have the starter on. It's time to stab the whole assembly into the truck. Forrest, are you ready?
I'm ready if you are.
Alrighty. Do you think we should shorten the chain?
It ain't gonna get as much. Once the engine's at the right height, I can help guide the transmission over. We'll just pad the core support. The engine's just about there. Picture it level.
No, it's not. I think we need to take the core support out. Yeah, because. Yeah.
Well done making room to push it in the front.
Forrest questions my method.
So that wiring harness was a little intertwined there.
Well, I wired it not knowing the core support was going to have to come back out.
Oh, no, it was not there.
Ready to start coming forward?
Yeah, let me get the tire out of the way. Stop. Okay. Ease it forward a little bit.
Oh!
It's fine.
Jeez.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. It's... Alright, we need to start coming down.
Yep. Oh, I'm bleeding.
Hmm?
I'm bleeding.
How bad?
Not bad. Just a little bit.
It's caught on the shifter back over on this. Down more?
Down more. Yep. Okay. Really want to gravitate to this side. Okay, let's go back now. Okay, now we can come down. Okay, it's punching the firewall pretty good. Still punching the firewall pretty good.
Where at?
The shifter.
Oh, that shifter.
Yeah. It's gonna kind of have to go in like a marlin here. No, it's wedged. Is
Oh.
the,
Uh-oh. So up more?
yeah. Just, yep, right there. Okay. Oh, it's in the hood.
Oh.
Is this why we took the hood off before?
Yes.
Okay, you could probably drop it down. Like that.
Well, glad we took the core support off.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't hold that off.
Here, get out of the triangle of death.
Problem is, from out here, I have no.
Come over behind me here. But I think we can just kind of.
Yep, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nope. Okay.
We're too low on my side.
Is it on? Yeah, let me just get in the triangle of death. Okay.
I think that we're gonna have to rechain it. Because it's gonna ram into the hood.
Well, we can lower it and shorten the boom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Let me just gently, ever so gently.
Well, it leveled itself.
Kind of.
Not in a... Oh.
Stay out of there, Forrest.
I'm gonna observe. Actually, right about there is perfect.
Yeah.
If we could lift my side up, don't touch the damn thing.
No, I was tightening it.
Okay. If anything, we might have to pick it up just a tiny bit.
I think if we pick it up in the rear.
Front up like maybe a 1/4 inch.
I don't feel comfortable doing that with you under there.
Yeah.
I'm out of the way. It won't hurt you too bad. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, right about there. Don't touch anything. Can you push it so it's not sideways? Yep, right about there. Okay. Okay. If you picked it up just a tiny bit, it's gonna drop right in the mount.
Oh, in the rear? Or
No, in the front. Just got a little tension on this side. Okay, stop. Okay. Whoops. A little bit more. Stop. Yep, right there. Okay, just hold on. Okay, my side's in.
Okay.
Can you push your end that way a little bit? Okay, a little bit more if you can. A little bit more. Okay, stop. Leave go.
Okay.
And drop it down, and it is in the mount. Don't get my head.
Get your head out of the way, please.
Okay, it's
Okay.
you can go.
Okay, we let go, and now we can put a jack under the back. Alrighty, with that bunch of madness, the engine is where it needs to be, engine mount wise. I'm gonna jack up the rear end with the floor jack now, and hopefully it should be sitting nice and pretty. Alright, the engine is in and sitting pretty. Now we're going to test fit headers, I think, while we still have as much room as possible open. Alright, well, after a test fit, we determined that the headers are probably for a Mustang or something, but they ran into everything. So, I'm gonna run back, go get my shorty headers at some point, but I think for today, we're going to slap the core support on and get it looking like a truck again, because it's gonna be sitting for another little while I got all of these little problems sorted out. Got the front end back together loosely. The truck's gonna sit for another little while. I'll tinker on it here and there. Forrest has to rewire the entire thing pretty much, so that'll be fun for him. Yeah, I'm gonna just peck away at this thing, but we're losing light now. We've been at this since 6:30 this morning, and it is currently 8:09, so good long time. And big old setup we have here. A lot got done, and a lot is still left to be done, but we can peck away at that as it suits us. The majority of it's done. The engine and trans are in, and we can go from there. Well, it's a couple days later now, and I have energy to work on it again. I'm gonna throw the transfer case in. First, I'm going to pop the seal, see if I did any damage with the rev shaft propel that I had. And then I have a new seal to throw on it. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I will go and monkey this on up in there. Alright, just as easy as that. Transfer case is in. Just gotta tighten up all the bolts now. This will be coming off later and replaced with another one that does not have chain slop. So I don't care about the sealant in between it. It just has to get me down the road. Anyway, I have to wait to put any of the bolts in the cross member until I get a Y pipe, because the long tube headers didn't work. But later today, I'm running out getting proper short tube headers, brand new, and hopefully that should be the solution to that issue. I'm gonna order a Y pipe off Summit, and yeah, this is coming right along. All right, I was able to pull off some marketplace magic yesterday and acquire these new set of shorty headers, and I was comparing them to the old set, and you can see these are longer and this has a much different downturn angle. So I'm glad that I got these, because the Y pipe I got will fit these. I don't think it was going to fit those, but a couple problems. The old ones have O2 sensor bones, which we need for the new engine management system. I don't know if the Y pipe is going to have them or not. Summit said no, so might have to weld my own in. And also the hardware that came with this brand new set of headers is completely wrong. Even though I've looked at the part number, it is correct. But the hardware is massively different. It's not even the same thread pitch. This is coarse, this is fine. And the flange bolts were disgustingly small. So back to using the Subaru caliper bolts, yeah, I'm really glad I kept all of this and didn't get rid of it yet. But anyway, we're going to throw these in there, and then we're also going to seal up the valve covers today. You can see I got the proper ones on there now. I think this is going to shape up to be a pretty engine. But yeah, just throwing the last little things together. I still need to go and get a adapter so I can get that oil pressure feed up at a 45-degree angle there, so I can run the stock gauges as well as my aftermarket one. So there's that. I have a new fitting coming so I can run a temperature sensor in line in the radiator hose, and I got the Y pipe coming, and all of that should be here Tuesday. Today is the 4th of July, yippee. That should be here Tuesday. Today's Friday. So yeah, I'm going to get to work throwing these headers on. I'm sure it's going to be a bitch, but ain't it always? Started on this side. It actually was not as bad as I was expecting. They're a lot easier fit than the old headers. But now on to the other side, which there was, if you remember those broken bolts, there was a small complication. So we're underneath the truck now, but if you observe, the pick goes in about this far into all of the other holes. But this hole, it kind of disappears. Forrest hit a water jacket, so I'm gonna have to coat that bolt in sealant and hope that it doesn't leak and didn't go any farther and hit the combustion chamber or something. So let's pray. I ran into a problem assembling the other header where I could not for the life of me get this EGR bung to go in. So I believe it to be a manufacturing defect with the header. I'm gonna try and Dremel this out tomorrow. And if that doesn't work and it still won't thread in, I'm going to just drill the whole thing out, shove this in here with a bunch of JB weld and send it. But anyway, I got this header fully mounted up, so now I'm going to seal these valve covers up properly, get them all bolted down with their new gaskets, and then we can start to focus on this other side. Alright, I got this side in place, all the bolts are started. I also threw up shade again because it was baking in the sun. But yeah, gonna get these all tightened down and then we'll go over to the next side. I absolutely didn't break a spark plug trying to get them in. And I'm absolutely not going to be cleaning up a used one and putting it in its place. And I'm absolutely not going to put it in the front so it's easy to get to later so I can change it. That's not happening at all. Alright, I wanted to document the fittings I had to get both oil pressure senders to work here. But even more important, I wanted to show just how close the clearance is on this. If I can get it started. This is with one thread in there, and you can see just how close that comes with the oil filter housing there, but it doesn't quite touch. So we're happy.
Okay, so here we are with both wiring harnesses. They're spread out on the tailgate. We have Lars's harness over here that we will be adding the mass airflow components to. We have my donor harness over here that we're pulling all the injector wiring and mass airflow wiring out of to be added back in. So far we have harvested the 2 injector wires labeled. There will be a total of 8 of them, 1 for each injector since we're going to sequential injection, and they will be added right in from the computer harness there up to the multiple junction to go to the engine controls. So as for now, it will be just a matter of extracting the rest of the injector wiring to get ready to merge into the 93 harness. So we are now up to the point where we have the wiring stripped out of the harness. Those are all the fuel injector wires for all 8 injectors. And there's the mass airflow harness that we will add to the 93. There is the 93 harness that we will be starting to add in all of the mass airflow conversion to. Okay, so at this point, I know it looks like the gigantic spaghetti disaster, but we are indeed making progress. At the main computer connector here, all of the fuel injection wiring is added in as long as the mass airflow wiring, and the necessary pins have been repinned to match the newer computer. A couple of evap solenoids and a few grounds are different from 93 to the 95 math computer. So that has all been modified and repinned, and the terminal position assurance has been reinstalled so none of the pins pop out the back. So at the computer side, it is now ready to go. Now we have all of our fuel injection wiring tagged, and it will just need to be added into the multiple junction where it goes from the body harness into the engine harness. So that is the last bit of repinning left to do.
Righty. Got my O2 sensor bung. Getting ready to weld that in. Have my hole already drilled. And then this thing, I don't know if I showed it yet. The past couple of days have been hectic. This thing's ready to throw in, and drive shaft is in. So first time in like 4 months the truck's had a complete drivetrain in it, so that's nice. I'm gonna get to setting this up and then throw the Y-pipe in, get the trans bolted up. Today is Thursday. Forrest is coming back on Saturday to throw in the wiring. We can do a test fire, get a belt sized, and we can go on a test drive. So we are wrapping up here. Everything is almost ready, and I'm super stoked. I'm gonna throw a tack on here, get the sensor out of there so I don't damage it, and then weld all the way around, and I'll come back when the exhaust is in the car. Well, it's on there. I won't be taking any comments on my welds, but it won't leak. And remember, Harbor Freight flux core. So as I was throwing this under here, after doing all that work, I hadn't pulled back this plastic yet. And I want to note, Summit's website said it did not have an O2 bung. I looked and double checked. It said it did not have an O2 bung. What is that? And why did I do that? God damn it. Well, that was an utter pain in the ass, but it's in there. I won't speak of the unholy things I had to do to it, but the grinder was included. So this is how the exhaust stands right now. I'll find a way to connect it to this eventually. And yeah, I might do duals. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Long story short. Anyway, that's in. So now I can secure the transmission cross member. I can secure the transmission. The drive shaft is in, as stated. I still need to find one of those bolts. And I absolutely can't forget about that. So I'm gonna get to throwing the bolts in this trans cross member, and then we can move up to the top and start doing accessories. Alrighty, well, I cannot find my alternator bolts for the life of me. I'm gonna run down to my storage unit here in a little while and look for them again. But I did get the aftermarket oil pressure sensor fully plumbed. And in there, I think I have to wait for the wiring to get here to throw this on because it runs behind it. I could be completely wrong on that, and this is just sitting here for no reason, but I'll wait. Now I'm going to fill it with oil, and that way it can sit overnight to see if it'll leak at all. And then hopefully it's running tomorrow. Today's Friday, and Forrest is coming down tomorrow morning. It's coming down tonight. He'll be here tomorrow morning. We will throw the wiring harness in here, the new PCM, all the MAF stuff. I have to wait for the intake to go on till the wiring's on because it goes underneath of it. But anyway, let's throw some fluid at this, see what comes out, if any. Hopefully none. And yeah, I guess I could also fill the radiator, at least partly, with it just hanging there. I'll secure the hoses on both sides, but then I think as long as we don't fill it above the upper radiator hose, we should be fine. And you know, we're only using the best store brand oil that's been sitting in the hot back of my truck for the past 3 months. When I bought it, when we were doing this down at Forrest's, see part 1, it's just been sitting in here. But let's throw this in, and I'm gonna do 5 quarts to start and see where we are on the stick. All right. We are almost perfect, actually. Just a little above. Awesome. With that out of the way, let's throw some coolant at it. I think I need to check my lower radiator hose clamps, as in I don't think I put any on yet. But yeah, this is coming along nicely, and I think we'll be ready to run tomorrow. Well, shit, more problems. I was moving the power steering bracket out of the way so I could get to the lower radiator hose, and I discovered that my oil pressure
solution is not really a solution, and gets in the way of that. So I could point it down, I guess. I wonder how that'll work. Alright, that's about the best angle I can get out of that. We'll see if that fits, but I'm thinking this routing might be an issue. Alright, consensus says that works, so thanks for that. If I have to extend that sensor wire, that's okay. So I'll get that at least loosely bolted up. We may still need to take it off, but I have my doubts about that now too. So I'm going to throw some hose clamps on this thing, and then we can throw some coolant in. Now I'm gonna top off the power steering with some premium Napa ATF, and we'll be one step closer. I'm still digging my way down to the radiator. I did splurge and get a gallon of concentrate, so that's 2 gallons, but anything else is getting used up. The old coolant that I drained out of it, because that's how much of a cheap ass I am. Alrighty, it is the day of reckoning. Forrest is here. I'm about to throw the engine harness in so we can start tying all that together, and once that's in, the intake can go on. Forrest is wrapping up the last few things, making an extra splice or two, and then yeah, we can throw this thing together and see if it'll test fire. Alright, so got the wiring in. I'm throwing the intake on now. You can see I have attained the special position to do so. Got this one damn Torx bolt that the 351s want to throw on here, so we're going to see if I can get this in here without dropping it. That would be nice. Right in the hole. There we go. And now the special tool to go down and reach it. Maybe. Only it's going the wrong way. This is my biggest complaint with these trucks, is this one damn intake bolt, among all of the other complaints I have. But on my 302, the intake had been off before and somebody had put in a normal bolt, but I'm too lazy to find a bolt that would fit. Not to mention the intakes are different shapes and I don't think it would work. So we have to do this the old-fashioned way. I didn't have this getting off. I used a chisel and just moved the bolt around like that. But yeah, we're gonna get this on. Have to figure out this EGR issue, because that doesn't want to line up. And then a couple last little wires. Obviously, I don't have the alternator on it yet. We need to run out and get a tensioner, don't we? So tensioner, alternator bolts, belt, and probably some other stuff too, but we'll at least be able to hear it run and idle here. Alright, we're good. Alright, we have all of the ignition and vacuum hooked up, so now we're going to throw the body harness and PCM back in it. While Forrest does that, I'm going to try and strong arm this EGR on. I know it does not line up now. I'm going to make it with whatever is necessary to do that. And then, yeah, we'll be ready to test fire this here soon. We got the intake and everything hooked up. We're gonna just do a quick test of, does the ignition come on? It does. We have fuel pump. We have windows.
So you have to turn it by the key. Again, the check engine light proves out. So we have communication.
Yippee.
Okay, should be ready for the start.
All right, here comes the moment of truth.
I am gonna get up in there just in case I have to press the brake.
Yeah, and be ready if I scream.
Okay.
All right, here goes nothing. It cranks. It should be lighting off.
That don't sound like it's got much.
All right.
confirmed our distributor placement, and we're gonna try again. Hit it. More enthusiastic. Getting there. Yeah! Oil pressure? There's no oil pressure.
Hold on, would be.
Yep, so we're gonna shoot a self-tapper into this ground here. Make it. I can't see Forrest.
I'll guide you in.
Don't make it weird.
Oh, oh no, that's my finger.
I can't see.
Okay.
You okay?
Yep.
How many men does it take to drive a self-tapper? Of course, it's on the one mode we don't want. Alright.
Okay. PCM now has proper ground.
Yippee! Alright.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You crank it, I will mess with the timing. Watch for oil pressure. Okay, for some reason it is not reading oil pressure. That is lovely. All right, we have all of the wiring wrapped up like it should be, so I can throw the inner fender liner in it. We just verified timing is at 10 degrees. The battery's dying, so it's starting to run like shit. I don't have an alternator, and I can't find the bolts anywhere, so I think I'm hitting a junkyard this week if I can't find them elsewhere, elsewhere being my storage unit. Otherwise, we have a Mass Air 351. Thank you, Forrest, for all of your hard work. I'm going to continue to pedal along, and the goal is next weekend. Today is Saturday. Next Saturday, there's a car show at a local town that I'd like to go to. I was at it last year, and I'd like to go back again. So that is my goal for this, is to make it to the car show. Got some stuff to wrap up. Like I said, alternator bolts. I gotta secure the radiator, finish filling it with fluid, and I gotta work out some kind of exhaust for it, because any cop worth his donuts is gonna pull me over with how loud it is right now. But otherwise, we're going to just throw the last little bits together and make this look cleaner until I can get out and get the parts I need. But I have full confidence that this will make it to the car show next weekend. I need a tensioner, belt, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty much ready to drive as it is. I'm going to finish topping off the coolant. This is the stuff that came out of it 4 months ago. Never mind that it's full of compression gases, probably, due to my blown head gasket. It will be fine. I wasn't able to find the alternator bolts in any of my stashes. They seem to have just completely disappeared. So I'm at the junkyard getting them out of this truck, but the hood won't open. So I'm crawling in through this gap in the side to move the coil down, and then I can reach the alternator through the front. Over here, just enough to be able to reach the bolts. So, success. Alrighty, after a little bit of trial and error, we got a belt that fits. Ended up with 97.5 inches. It's a little loose. You can turn it a little more than you want to, but at this point, I don't care. And if it ends up being a problem, I can get a 97-inch one. But anyway, without further ado, let us see if we have charging. Nope. It helps if you take it out of gear. Does appear to be charging. We got oil pressure. Maybe. Right on 12. I'd like to see 14. It's running smoother now. That looks better though. So we're making 12 volts. It's a lot more responsive now. A little bit of belt squeal. Yeah, I'm gonna need a slightly smaller belt. I think we're gonna have to go with 97 inches on the dot. So I'm gonna have to go back out and get probably a 97-inch belt, because it was squeaking a lot, but progress was made. The other thing is it's not really charging. It's like maybe 12.1 volts, and that's not enough unless that gauge is wrong, which is fully possible. The factory gauge looked all right. It was in the normal range, but the battery's definitely not quite at 12 volts. That being the case, I have the old alternator. I can try and throw that on, see if that makes a difference. It was still good when I took it off. I just found this one at a junkyard, that's why it's on there. Yeah, I'm encouraged. I really need to get the fans working before I take it driving anywhere, just because how quickly it heated up. Just sitting there idling for like 3 minutes, it got the thermostat to open. So, but the temperature came back down, so that means coolant is flowing. But yeah, baby steps. Next thing we can work on is throwing an exhaust on it, but I don't think that's going to be today because I am tired. I should mention that today is Thursday. The car show is on Saturday, so that means I have all of tomorrow to try and figure this out. That being the case, I'm going to come back with a fresh mind and new belt, and yeah, we'll see what I can make of this. Okay, back this morning with a proper size belt, 97 inches, and it was a little bit of a pain to get on, but I feel like that's a good thing. I believe everything is in the grooves where it needs to, so let's try this again. Alright, that's a lot better. I guess the belt was slipping, but we seem to be in good shape now. Well, the time has come. I have fixed all the wiring. I have confirmed the fans work, cleared everything out from under it. It's time to take this on a test drive. I'm going to try my best not to scare all the little kids that are playing beside me. My neighbors are actually absolutely going to love me because I still haven't fabbed up any exhaust, but I am too excited to do this. So without further ado, let's see if this thing's moving. Steering, that's interesting. And the clutch feels like it needs to be bled, but we're moving. Brakes are touchy. Power steering is coming back slightly, I think. It probably just needs to be bled. But for the first time in 4 months, it is moving under its own power. I must say I am very excited. No check engine light as of yet. I'm interested why there's no power steering. But like I said, probably just needs bled. It kind of feels like it's coming back. We're charging and we have oil pressure, and that's what matters most. I apologize for the noise. Clutch is slipping, so we need to bleed that shit. But I'm gonna have to wait till somebody gets home to do that. But something's not right, but it made it up and down the street. Hello, it is Lars from the future. As you might have guessed, it was a little bit worse than just bleeding the clutch. This is a month after that. I've had the transmission out twice in the past week. So yeah, it was a little bit more than just bleeding the clutch. As you will see in the next episode, because I'm going to end this one here, everything went wrong. Hydraulics, friction material, you name it, I've had problems with it. So the truck has driven 3.5 miles at this point, and had to be towed back on the last attempt. So if you want to see that, check out the next video, which will be out in give or take a month or so. I'm doing this in my free time, and I'm waiting on parts at the moment. But as you can also imagine, I did not make it to that car show. I did not make it to either of the music festivals I wanted to. And it's kind of just been a disappointment in general. But rest assured, it runs great. Movement is just a little hard for it right now. So until next time, thank you for watching Ragamuffin Garage, and remember to like, subscribe, all that jazz. You know I'm terrible at self-promoting, but hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.